Why are you stressed out? Why are you not sleeping at night? I concluded a long time ago in my Christian walk that the scripture says God never sleeps nor slumbers. And since he don't sleep, ain't no need of me staying up all night. Somebody look at your neighbor and say, I'm gonna go ahead to bed and see how God gonna work it out. He might have it all fixed by the time I get up in the morning. I can't change it. I can't fix it. I can't turn it around. But the God that I serve sure can.
Welcome to Imani Digital Learning Center, where endless possibilities await. Are you a student with a passion for journalism and media studies? Look no further. At IDLC School of Journalism and Media Studies, we provide a dynamic and immersive learning experience. From cutting-edge technology to hands-on projects, you'll develop the skills and knowledge to thrive in the ever-evolving world of media. Dream of a career in the captivating world of tourism and hospitality management? Our School of Tourism and Hospitality Management at IDLC offers a getaway to exciting opportunities. With industry-driven curriculum and expert faculty, you'll gain the expertise and confidence needed to excel in this thriving field. Seeking a deeper understanding of theology and divinity? At IDLC School of Theology and Divinity, we provide a nurturing environment for spiritual growth and intellectual exploration. Our dedicated faculty and thought-provoking courses will guide you on a transformative journey. At Imani Digital Learning Center, we believe in hands-on education through internships, industry partnerships, and state-of-the-art facilities. You'll gain real-world experience that sets you apart. Our supportive community and vibrant campus life ensures a well-rounded education. Join us at Imani Digital Learning Center and unlock your potential. Discover your passion, chase your dreams, and shape a brighter future. The journey begins at IDLC. Contact us today to embark on your educational adventure at Imani Digital Learning Center. Together, let's create a path to success. You can find us nestled in the heart of Kitale at our convenient location within Imani Radio, just across from St. Joseph's Boys High School. To get in touch with us, simply reach to us at 0741 978 177, 0741 978 177, or 0742 951 379.
First, we will take a look at what are the trending stories from our various publications. Now welcome, and we are going to take a look at the various publications that we have in the country, and we will begin with the Star newspaper. And the top story from the Star newspaper is rogue borders, tough new laws on the way, heavy fines and jail term for overloading, riding on pavements and wrong. Of course, this is new rules that are supposed to govern the transport system, and you can find the full story in page 4 and 5. And in other news, we also have Ruto Top Guns under fire as cost of living soars. And of course, we are talking about matters trade. We have the picture of Moses Kuria there, and we also have the CS for Energy and Petroleum, Davis Chirchir, over there. And also we have David D, President's financial advisor. And of course, we also have the picture of Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua in his visit during Colombia, and he's trying to say that it will get better based on the complaints that are all over the place concerning the high cost of living. Remember, in the past week, we had the new prices of fuel announced, and it is such a tough time for Kenya's economic times, and that's why these 4 people have been highlighted here because they are the people who are closely related to the issues that are currently affecting the Kenyans. The financial advisor who is allowing the president to increase more tax, Davis Churchill, who last week said it is not under his control, the prices that are new, saying that it is all over the world. And we also have CS Trade. And far from matters the cost of living, we have the story about fighting back. Was hospital boss poisoned before being stabbed? That is Eric Maingo, the Nairobi Hospital Finance Director, who was killed in his house, did not fight back as he was stabbed 25 times. Postmortem results show it is unusual for one to fail to react to such inflictions of deadly injuries, pointing the possibility that Michael could have been poisoned before he was killed, or probably unconscious then. And we also have another interesting story about matters sports. Shujaa upset South Africa to qualify for 24 Paris Olympics. A new look Shujaa outfit stand powerhouse South Africa 17-12 to qualify for the Olympics for the 3rd time in history in Harare, Zimbabwe on Sunday. Scenes of jubilations and emotions were all evident at the Harare Sports Club as Kenya sealed the automatic sail to Paris game next year. And on Matter Voices, we also have the story about written by Maina Karobia, pioneering a path towards resilience. You can find it in page 17 of the Star newspaper. And lastly, on the Star newspaper, we have Against Culture, Kalwale, Malinya village boy who won't disclose number of kids. You can find it in page 8 of the Star newspaper. And we also have the People Daily publication, and the top story is fuel, why Kenyans are suffering. The government has fallen short of money to stabilize prices as the IMF piles pressure on Ruto to cut out subsidies. And then we also have shilling remains weak against dollar as oil exporting nation reduce supplies, pushing up prices globally. And of course, according to Energy CS David Churchill, this is what he said: we had some covenants with IMF, but suddenly the pain is heavy. It is not going to be easy. Of course, that is the reason he has given Kenyans concerning matters why the fuel prices have gone up. And we have another story about reshuffle clock ticks for CS over high cost. Rigathi fires first warning shot over ministers. Comments as Mudavadi hints at possible reorganization. Of course, you can find the story in page 5 there. And on matters politics, Azimio protests Maina Jenga abduction, opposition leaders demand that controversial state leader be released amid reports that he was abducted by police squad. And of course, you can find that story in page 6 of the People Daily. And on Matter Sports, on page 30, we have the story about Man United fans unhappy with a poor performance. And of course, that was the weekend's game. So much has been spoken about that game. You can find the story from that publication over there on the sports segment. Moving forward, we have the Taifa Leo. Taifa Leo today, top story is shoka juu yao, upayukaji huenda maafisa kadhaa wa ngazi ya juu wasidumu serikalini au wahamishwe baada ya viongozi mbalimbali wa Kenya Kwanza akiwemo naibu rais, kiongozi wa mawaziri na seneta Khalwale kumtaka rais achukue hatua kali dhidi ya waropokaji na wanao tepetea kazini. Habari kamili unaipata kwenye ukurasa wa pili pale, na baadhi ya viongozi ambao wamewekwa pale ni pamoja na Moses Kuria, waziri wa biashara, tuko na Davis Churchill, waziri wa kawi, tuko na David D, mshauri wa kiuchumi, Susan Nakumicha, waziri wa afya, Ababu na Mwamba, waziri wa michezo, na Alice Wahome, waziri wa maji. Na kulingana na Musalia Mudavadi, hivi ndivyo anasema: afisa yeyote anapoonyesha mienendo isiyofaa au kwenda kinyume na utaratibu, rais anaweza kufanya mageuzi. Na kutoka kwa Khalwale kasema kwamba rais na kuhimiza uwafute kazi mawaziri wa biashara, kawi na washauri wako wa kiuchumi. Haya ni mambo yametokana na utendakazi ambao umekuwa ukianza kushuhudiwa kwa muda ambao rais amekuwa kwenye uongozi. Kwa sasa imekuwa mwaka mmoja. Na tukisonga mbele, kuna taarifa nyingine kuhusiana na mambo ya katika sekta ya vidokezo. Ndani ya gazeti la Taifa Leo kuna taarifa kuhusu Bila Faruk, huwezi kuingia Ikulu, hakuna anayeweza kumfikia rais bila kupitia kwa msaidizi wake. Faruk unaipata kwenye ukurasa wa 5 pale. Kwenye ukurasa wa 3 tuko na taarifa kuhusiana na Kotu sasa pia kugoma kwa ushuru, muungano huo alia kodi ya juu ya mafuta ukisema ndio sababu ya bei kupanda. Na kwingineko tuna taarifa kuhusiana na utekaji nyara wa Maina Jenga. Viongozi wa Azimio wafokea serikali kutumia ukatili wa polisi kutisha wafuasi wao. Unaipata kwenye ukurasa wa pili. Na kwenye mambo ya spoti, shujaa ndani ya Olimpiki, vijana wa nyumbani wakanyaga majabali wa raga Afrika Kusini na kufuzu. Unaipata kwenye ukurasa wa 18. Taarifa njema nzuri kabisa kwa Wakenya pale katika sekta ya spoti. Na kwenye spoti za kimataifa, Chelsea bado jangwani. The Blues yakataa kupiga hatua EPL baada ya kutoka sare, wakwama nafasi ya 14 na alama 5. Hayo yamekuwa kwenye Taifa Leo. Pia tuko na gazeti la Standard. Kwenye gazeti la Standard tuko na taarifa ya kwanza ikiwa ni Kenya Kwanza, it will only get worse. And this is matters cost of living. In the heydays of Tanga Group, they castigated Uhuru Kenyatta as careless leader when prices of fuel hit 134 Kenyan shillings. Now in government, the prices well over 200 shillings. They want you to prepare for even tougher times. And of course, you can find it in page 4 of the Standard newspaper. And of course, we have a statement by Ndindi Nyoro in 2020, and this is what he said: "It is now so despicable, insensitive, inconsiderate of the government that we elected that their preoccupation every day is to add the cost of living to the people of Kenya." And of course, in 2023, this is the statement of CS Trade, Moses Kuria. He says, "It is true that we are facing the challenge of soaring cost of living. There is nothing to hide. We as leaders are telling you the truth that the cost of fuel has skyrocketed all over the world. And of course, ever since the announcement of the new fuel prices, the sentiments or the response from the leaders is the price of fuel is high all over the world, and there is nothing they can do about that. And moving forward, we also have the story about the new bill to tame rogue land selling companies. You can find it in page 8. And we also have the tales of success from the streets to graduation. Graduate from Embu University shares his life tough journey, born of a jobless single mother and later left to fend for himself and siblings until a well-wisher mobilized the community to fund his education. And of course, such a noble act there. You can find it in page 3. And we also have the story about man battles bank powers on auction. You can find it in page 14. And on matters politics, MP's big push for technology assisted conception. Previous attempt by Suba North MP William Odhiambo to enact law to regulate technology assist has failed. The indefatigable legislator is back with new draft which says will offer reprieve to couples battling infertility. And of course, you can find it in page 2 of the Standard newspaper. And on matters sports, we also have Kipyego closes season on a high, and you can find the story in page 32 there. And also on world news, we have old Museveni rides on past heroics. You can find it in page 12 of the Standard newspaper. And of course, inside the Standard newspaper, we have a pullout on health science today, and there the story about what women want and more other stories on matters health on the Standard newspaper. And lastly, we have the Daily Nation as our next publication. And on the Daily Nation today, the top story is death of trade unions, and the question mark there is end of era. Wielding enormous power with their sizable constituency, countrywide structure, and the potential to mobilize members on social and political matters, trade unions have always been a thorn in the flesh for successive governments, but not anymore. The workers' lobbies of 2023 have lost their spark and are now a pale shadow of their former selves. And of course, the story you can find in page 6 and 7. And of course, also in Daily Nation, we have the story concerning the cost of living and fuel prices. And of course, we know as per now the current price of petrol in Nairobi retails at 211 shillings 0.64, and it marks the 200 mark for the first time in history, following the government's latest review, which will have far-reaching consequences on households that are already struggling with the high cost of living. And of course, so much has been said concerning this matter, and you can find the full story in page 4 of the Daily Nation. And moving forward, we have a story about crime on the Daily Nation, and the story is questions abound over the murder of a Daystar University students within the institution premises, with her family demanding answers. Mercy Cherono, who was 18 years old, was killed just 4 days after reporting at Daystar's Athi River campus in Machakos County. And of course, the family is demanding justice for girl found dead at City University. And of course, there's a lot of tales concerning the story. The mom says she wanted to go back home, but she ended up deciding to stay at school. And that particular night, she received a call that she has to go and check up on her at the campus. But by the time she was almost there, she received another call to meet them at the hospital, where she found out that her daughter was dead, and the reason for her death is still not yet so clear. And on Battle Sports, we have the team of rugby, of course, making it to the top page of Daily Nation. Kenya beats Zimbabwe to qualify for Paris Olympics. Kenya Shujaa yesterday became the second team sport from Kenya to qualify for the 2024 Paris Olympics after showing a lot of bravery to pick the direct ticket at the Rugby African Men's Sevens in Harare. Shujaa shocked World Rugby 7 Series co-side South Africa by points 17 to 12 in the final to join women volleyball team Malkia Strikers, who qualified recently in Cameroon. And of course, the full story about the victory of our rugby team is in page 33 of the Daily Nation. And remember, inside the Daily Nation this morning, we also have something for the little ones. That is the junior sports pullout. And of course, we have some interesting sports stories there, and also we have the KCPE mathematics and KCSE chemistry papers inside this publication. And those are just some of the stories that have managed to make it to the top page of various publications in the country. And of course, you can keep following us so that you will be updated on all the trending stories that are in the country, and of course we will be able to notify you further on the new developments. We are taking a short break and we will be right back. Don't go too far.
Welcome to Imani Guest Houses, your perfect home away from home. Our spacious guest rooms are designed to provide you with ultimate comfort and relaxation, complete with hot showers and free Wi-Fi. Enjoy mouth-watering meals served in our charming dining area with friendly staff at your service. Rest assured that your vehicle is safe and secure with our ample on-site parking space. Unwind in the serene outdoor terrace while enjoying the scenic surrounding, and our friendly staff is always on hand to ensure your stay is nothing short of amazing. Located along Webuye Kitale Road opposite St. Joseph's Boys High School and 1 kilometer from the Kitale Airstrip, it is uniquely located at Imani Radio Ministry Campus near the airstrip and highway. Contact us on 0796 035561 or 0713 093354. Book your stay at Imani Guest Houses today and experience the ultimate comfort and relaxation in this beautiful region.
Now, welcome back. We are still on the Sunrise Show, and of course, before we go any further, it is important we get some spiritual inspiration for the day. And our verse of the day is Romans 12, verse 12. The verse says, "Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, and faithful in prayer." And of course, Romans 12 is just part of a letter written by Apostle Paul to Christians in Rome. And in this letter, Paul addresses various aspects of Christian living, and a few ethics. And in Romans 12 specifically focuses on the transformation of believers' lives and how they should conduct themselves as followers of Christ. The Christians in Rome during that time were facing various challenges, trials, and when the letter was written, likely in the first century after death of Christ, they lived in a society where Christianity was a minority religion and faced persecution and discrimination. And this letter from Paul was aimed to encourage and instruct them in how to live in their faith in the face of adversity. And of course, in today's world, this verse encourages us to be joyful in hope. And of course, this part of the verse is just here to maintain a positive and hopeful attitude in all circumstances. In today's world where we often face personal, societal, and global challenges, maintaining hope can be very powerful source of resilience. And it means finding joy in assurance of God's promises and the belief that better days are ahead. And of course, in the second part of the verse, we have patient in affliction. Patience in affliction calls us to every difficult situation with a steadfast spirit. It acknowledges that life will bring its share of trials, but we are called to persevere through them. And today, this can be applied to various challenges, such as your health crisis that someone might be facing, personal setbacks, or societal issues, where patience is key to navigating adversity in grace. And of course, the last bit of this verse is faithful in prayer. Is a vital aspect of the Christian faith, not just about asking for help, but also about maintaining a constant and faithful connection with God. And of course, in today's busy and often chaotic world, setting aside time for prayer and reflecting can provide a sense of peace, guidance, and also your spiritual strengthening in overall. Therefore, this verse from Romans verse 12 encourages us to maintain unwavering faith in God's goodness and promises, even in the face of life's difficulties, and reminds us that joy, patience, and prayer are essential tools for navigating challenges of present day and just living the day of any other Christian life. And of course, this verse calls us to cultivate resilient and hopeful spirit in our journey of faith. And I hope you are motivated to continue moving up in that direction, trusting in God, and also keeping the faith up and praying as much as possible. We are taking a short musical break. We will be back in a short while, and we will be getting to look at what we have in store for you on the Home and Living segment and also on the Business Monday. Stay tuned.
I'm Miracle Phyllis. Welcome as we go to science. For deaf people out there, I'm requesting you to join this program.
wanakuambiaje? Wanataka pesa shuleni. Sawa sawa. Baba Kioko, uko wapi wewe? Mimi yangu anaangaika kila kitu anafukuzwa, mtoto hakai shuleni. Mimi mwenyewe nakaa mimi. Pesa namna hii Baba Kioko. Utaangaika hivi mpaka siku gani? Tafuta kazi tuishi vizuri kama wenzetu jameni. Nimechoka na hii Baba Kioko.
Mwambie kwa sababu ya wema wako wewe.
Aliimba kwa shangwe na furaha kwa sababu ya wema wako wewe. Alicheza kwa shangwe na furaha kwa sababu ya wema wako wewe. Ulivyomshindia vita, ulivyomshindia
Wow, such a beautiful musical break we have there. And of course, we are back with our next segment, that is Home and Living, where we dive into the world of interior design with a sustainable twist. And today, we'll explore the art of creating an eco-friendly and stylish living space. that's not only beautiful but also kind to the planet. Of course, the past few weeks we have been having all conversations regarding climate change. Of course, we had the summit here in the country, and of course the only and the best way we can be able to ensure that you at home are implementing some of these things that were discussed is ensuring that you get tips here and there on matters revolving around you. And of course, when we're talking about matters of home and living, we know in one way or the other we are able to create some environmental hazard situations, and we are trying to see how we can be able to minimize that in our day-to-day lives. And of course, today we are looking at that conversation and how we can be able to create sustainable living as well. In our increasingly environmentally conscious world, many homeowners are seeking ways to reduce their carbon footprint and minimize the impact of their living spaces on the earth. Sustainable interior design offers a path to do just that. And while creating a harmonious and aesthetically pleasing environment, eco-friendly design principles are some of the things that you are supposed to be keen with. And of course, the first principle is selecting sustainable materials. Start by choosing sustainable and renewable materials for your furniture and decor. Consider pieces made from reclaimed wood, bamboo, recycled metal, or sustainable textiles. These choices not only look fantastic but also reduce the demand for new resources, which of course leads to further damage. And the second principle is upcycling and repurposing. And of course, if you are from any African home, you know how we are brought up in environments where this is very, very much appreciated. Whether from an empty container, you can try to make something out of it, and make sure that the prolonged usage of a material that could otherwise damage the environment can be used to do something else and still serve the purpose without spoiling the environment. Therefore, it's important to embrace the act of upcycling by giving new life to old furniture and decor items. Whether it's refurbishing a vintage piece or turning everyday items into unique decor, upcycling adds character and also reduce waste. Of course, we can use an example of plastic containers. Instead of throwing it away, you can decide to repaint it and use it as a container for planting or doing something else that at least could make sense to you, and also make sure that we live in a good environment. And of course, we have another principle, that is energy efficient lighting. Opt for energy efficient lighting solutions such as LED bulbs and fixtures. These not only consume less energy but also last longer. And of course, when we're talking about that, you can also consider other clean sources of energy like the solar system and everything in between that can help you minimize the use of electricity. And of course, we also have indoor air quality. Choosing paints, finishes, and furnishings that are low in volatile organic compounds. These products contribute to better indoor air quality, creating a healthier living environment. And of course, we also have the next principle as sustainable fabrics. Consider textile made from organic or recycled materials for upholstery, curtains, and bedding. These choices are not only kind to the environment but also a soft touch to your living space. And of course, furniture with purpose. Look for multifunctional furniture pieces that serve multiple purposes. This minimizes the need for excess furniture and maximize space efficiency. And of course, when we are trying to also embrace the issue of minimalism, it is important to find pieces that can work both ways and help you be able to achieve that. And of course, we also have creating stylish and sustainable space. Combining sustainability with style is the key to creating an eco-friendly interior. Consider incorporating natural elements like wood and stone, using other color palettes, and adding indoor plants to bring life and vibrancy to your space. Of course, the long-term benefits sustainable interior design isn't just a trend, it is a responsible choice that benefits you and the planet. And of course, it can lead to reduced energy bills, improve indoor quality of the air, and also a sense of well-being, knowing that your home is contributing to a greener world. And of course, as we conclude today's exploration of sustainable interior design, we really hope that you are inspired to make eco-conscious choices in your home decor and design. And remember that small changes can make a very big difference in creating a more sustainable and harmonious living space. Thank you for joining us on this segment. We are taking a short break. We will be back with so much more, and we're looking forward to sharing more ideas and inspiration for improving your home in the next episode. Make sure you stay tuned and follow us all throughout.
Hi, I'm Miracle Phyllis. Welcome as we go to science. For deaf people out there, I'm requesting you to join this program.
Why are you stressed out? Why are you not sleeping at night? I concluded a long time ago in my Christian walk that the scripture says God never sleeps nor slumbers. And since he don't sleep, ain't no need of me staying up all night. Somebody look at your lady and say, I'm gonna go ahead to bed and see how God gonna work it out. He might have it all fixed by the time I get up in the morning. I can't change it. I can't fix it. I can't turn it around. But the God that I serve sure can.
Thank God, thank God, thank God for the transforming power of faith. Nature forms us, sin deforms us. Let me give you the best definition of sin that I know of. It's coming short of the glory of God. You know what sin is? It's just everything in us that's not like God. And there's a lot of it, isn't there? There's a lot of it. I mean, don't go strutting your stuff, folks. We have all sinned and come short of the glory of God. Now, don't you stretch yourself out in the gutter alongside some old hypocrite and say, I'm longer than he is. So what? There is no promise too hard for God to keep. Do you believe that? Say amen. There's no promise that is too hard for God to keep. There are 30,000 promises in the Word of God, and every one of them are yea and amen in the Lord Jesus Christ. And not one jot nor one tittle shall fail from the law till all be fulfilled.
Welcome to Business Monday, where we explore every evolving landscape of career, money, and the world of business. And of course, today we're diving into a topic that has reshaped the way we work and live. And of course, we're talking about the rise of remote work. Over the past years, remote work has transitioned from being a novel concept to a very fundamental and transformative force in the world of business. And of course, the COVID-19 pandemic thrust it into the spotlight, and since then it has become a definition and defining feature of the modern workplace. And of course, when we're talking about this, these are some of the opportunities abound. First, let's discuss the opportunities remote work brings to the table. And of course, remote work has shattered geographical barriers, allowing companies to tap into global talent pool. And of course, this newfound access to diverse skills and perspective has the potential to drive innovation and competitiveness, and of course opening up that space for everyone, you know, in the world to access different working environment has given opportunities, especially to third world countries. Imagine working in Kenya. You are in Kenya working for a company in the UK or in the US and getting paid in dollars and all that. That is a great opportunity that this new venture has created for people. And of course, I might not say it's so new, but after the COVID-19, of course, it is clear that many people are now open-minded to working from home, because work was still delivered during those times. And now, 3 years later, we can still see a lot of businesses prospering, a lot of people freelancing and gaining from that. And of course, business can now hire the best talent regardless of their location, fostering a more inclusive and diverse workforce. Moreover, remote work often leads to increased job satisfaction and work-life balance. And you know, the other day I was having a conversation with a friend, and we were talking about the freedom of employees. And one thing I can talk about when it comes to, you know, working remotely, it is something that has helped people be more disciplined, be more productive, because they know what they're supposed to do in what particular time, and they deliver. And this friend of mine was giving me an example that was conducted from organization, a research actually. They were given two options, you know. They're those who were given a month's time, sorry, of working from the office, and then there was now a training for those, an examination for those who are working from home. And one thing that they discovered after a month, actually it was done for almost 3 months. The first month there was no much difference between those who worked from home and also those who worked from the office. But by the second month, those who were working from home were more productive than those who were working from the office. And of course, the company decided it was about to go full-time freelance, because they realized that once people are working, you know, from home, the flexibility for them to organize themselves and be working without, you know, the micromanagement, something that has really ruined a lot of organizations, is that they are able to manage their time, manage the work they have, and be able to deliver at the comfort, at their comfort, of course, whether from their home, from vacation, or from wherever they are able to deliver that with a lot of flexibility. And I think it's something that you can be able to think about if you're looking into getting, you know, to work remotely. And of course, employees can design their workspaces to suit the needs. It also eliminates long commutes. I mean, have you ever thought how it is living in a busy city life? I remember some time back working in a very busy space. You travel for 2 hours. By the time you're getting to work, you're so tired, and by the time it gets to the evening, you're just thinking about how you're supposed to go ahead so that you don't have to deal with jam and a lot of commuter problems, and just thinking about having not to deal with long commutes. That is one thing that, you know, somebody can also achieve from, you know, working remotely. And also you can be able to achieve a better integration of your personal and professional life. And of course, in turn, this can lead to higher productivity and employee retention. Challenges to navigate, however, remote work also presents its fair share of challenges. Of the most significant hurdles is maintaining strong communication and collaboration among remote teams. Yes, of course, the challenge is always there when it comes to teamwork. Without face-to-face interaction, it is essential to implement effective communication tools and strategies, and work-life balance can become blurred when your office is at home. Some employees find it challenging to unplug and set boundaries, leading to potential burnout. Striking a balance between work and personal life requires discipline and proper time management. Security and data privacy also are concerns that arise in the remote work landscape. Companies must invest in robust cybersecurity measures to protect sensitive information and also maintain compliance with data protection regulations. And of course, let's talk about the future of work. As we move forward, it is clear that remote work, is not just a trend, it is a fundamental shift in how we approach work. And hybrid models combining remote and in-office work are becoming increasingly popular, allowing businesses to harness the benefits of both worlds. And of course, in conclusion, the rise of remote work offers exciting opportunities for businesses and employees alike. However, it is crucial to acknowledge and address the challenges that comes with this by focusing on effective communication and work-life balance and security. Companies can be able to navigate the remote landscape successfully. And I hope if you're back there at home and probably you're running a business, you can try it out to see how it works for you, having people work remotely, or if you prefer them working from the office, so that you can be able to manage things properly and also be able to deal with some of those challenges. Therefore, you can be able to see your options. And also, if you're someone who is looking into joining the employment workforce, have you ever asked yourself, which part do you want to work from? Do you always see yourselves as someone working from the office or someone that works from home? And I know once you have that figured out, you can be able to make the best decision for your next career step. Of course, join us next week as we continue to explore some of the dynamic and ever-changing world of business on Business Monday. And of course, that is how we wrap up the show today. I want to wish you a very, very productive day, a blessed week. Let the good Lord be with you this week, and let His favor shine upon you. Have a good one.